Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Get up, get up, get up. Good morning. This is Deborah Smith. Welcome to Build Your Best Life. I'm excited that you are tuning in this morning, whether you are on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone in the Bahamas, Nigeria, Jamaica, Canada, and all over the United States. Welcome and good morning. I am super excited to have you here this morning as we continue to talk about our mindset and how it impacts our lives. The mindset is very important. And remember, those of you who follow me, it is one of those building materials that will help you to have a great life. Well, this morning, I am talking about, guess what? Anybody guess? Of course, we're talking about mindset. But along with that, my topic for this morning is your mindset is a terrible thing to waste. Your mindset is a terrible thing to waste. Yes, it is. Now, many of you have probably sometime in your life heard the slogan, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Good morning, Stephen Todd. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, the slogan was, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Well, that iconic slogan was created by an advertising agency at least 4 decades ago. And it was created to promote the United Negro College Fund Scholarship Program, which was for Black students. Why, I guess you say, was this particular scholarship necessary? Well, many of you know it was because to get that awareness out there that everyone deserves higher education. All children everywhere deserves higher education. However, because of some of the obstacles in life, it was not getting to many of our minorities. They were not being able to get that higher education. Like I said, this was 4 decades ago. And so this was a push, a slogan to get more people to change their mindset as to, higher education is not just for majorities. It was for minorities as well. And in order to get that done, we needed to have sufficient funds. And this scholarship drive was one of those things. So that was a slogan. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. But I want to let you know today that the mindset is just as important. You should not waste your mindset, because that is not just your intellect, but it is your intellect and what has been poured into the mind that impacts that what is already in the mind. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is that you can be very intelligent, as I mentioned before. However, when you have people or media, TV, and you're hearing nothing but negative things, that can override what that intellect that you already have in your mind, and you begin to think all of these negative aspects of life. And so that's why it is so important to monitor what is going on around you. Good morning, Dan. Thank you for tuning in. And I said that your mindset is important, not to waste it. And what I mean by that is be careful about what you allow into your brain. you know. So I've talked about in previous months in these building materials that will help you to build a great life. One of the first things I started out with was associations. Those people that are around you that have been in your life in the past, what things they may have left. So it's important that you take time out to assess who is in my crowd. Who do I hang with? They always say birds of a feather flock together. So who am I hanging out with? Who am I listening to? You've heard of cults, and like the Jim Jones guy. That's how he got all those people, because they began to listen to him, and the more he said to them, the more they began to think like him, and they forgot all the Christianity that they had been taught. They forgot what their parents had taught them. All they had in that mindset was what he was feeding them. So that's how something can get into your brain and warp it. So you have to, and I cannot say this enough, you have to protect your mindset. You want to protect it. So those people that you have hanging around you, I know you have friends, and they may have been your friends from childhood, and you're now trying to advance yourself. You're doing bigger and better things, and you don't want people to think, hey, I've made it, so now I have no need for you. I don't want you in my circle. But that's not it. As long as those people are trying to go someplace, they're trying to be somebody, just like you are, bring them along with you. But if they're trying to pull you down, you don't need them around you, because they can begin to speak negative things. Let's just say that you are advancing because you have a good job, but you took finance in college. You understand the stock market, how it works. It fluctuates or whatever, but there's a method to the madness, and you are really into this. And so you have began to invest, and you have had some pretty good receipts from your investments, and you're doing really well. So you may begin to, talk to your friends. Good morning, Peggy. How are you? You might be, talk to your friends. Hey, I'm working with stock. I'm doing really well. If you would like to, get into it, I would be glad to assist you with that, to help you with that, turn you on to the right people, because you don't want it to be just, and you talk about stocks that, that goes up and down. So you don't want to just be on you if something flip flops, because it can. But you can, turn them on to the right people to instruct them on, stocks, when to buy, when to sell, and all this. But then they begin to say, I think you're crazy. Why would you're doing well. You just crazy. Why would you take your money and invest it in the stocks? And every time you're around them, they're having this conversation. You still in stocks? Why are you doing that? That's dumb. You got a nice house, nice car. Why are you in stocks? If they keep saying these things, it could get into your mindset. Those are the people that you don't need around you. You don't need people speaking that negative stuff. So that's why, again, the mindset is a terrible thing to waste. So having that knowledge that what goes in my brain, what I hear, the messages around me, what I listen to, the type, well, I'll even say the type music, because some of the music can get very, what would I say, very, you have music that has a political tone. You have music that has racial hate in it, even talking about murder or what have you. So you don't want to be in that. And you can just take the last 2 weeks as an example. Everybody has a different personality. They have different traits. And so different type of types of people will, you know, be drawn by those people. So just like Trump, where President Trump, while many of us think he is just the craziest person in the world, that something's wrong with him, there are just that many people that love him, think he's great, think he's a great politician, and all of this stuff. So anything he says, they're, you know, they're on board, they're doing it. You know, those people in his circle, his cabinet, you know, everybody is on board. They're doing what he says, they're listening to what he says, and it's all good. But then, you know, when crazy things like this past week began to happen, really, you're telling people to go and protest at the Capitol? Really? Okay, is this man really all there? Is it wise for him to tell us to do these things? Should I really be listening to the things he's saying? If you notice, certain people have began to backpedal away. Even Vice President Pence did not go along with everything that he was saying. Because there has to come a point in time in your life when you become wise and you know that you're responsible for yourself. Those associations that are not good for you, get them out of your life. There's nothing wrong with calling them up. Hey, how you doing? Hadn't heard from you in a while. Just checking on you and your family. Pray that you're doing well. Much luck to you. You know, check on you again later, man. You know, bro, whatever. So that's fine. But when it comes to them trying to tell you how to navigate in life, those things that you need to do when their life is going downhill, you're trying to go up and you're being successful. You don't want that stuff going into your mind. So again, let's not, the old slogan, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, is excellent, and it served its purpose. I think many minorities now, there are scholarships out there. We are able to go to school on grants, scholarships, what have you. And anyone that can, you know, give a hand down to help somebody up, wonderful. But it's time for us to protect our mindset. Protect your mindset. Remember, reading is wonderful. Reading is fundamental. That slogan should never go away because reading is fundamental. There are different types of books that you can pick up. So you have entertainment, you know, so there's fiction and nonfiction. However, you can learn so much. You know, you're busy, you're on the go all the time, but you need to continue to always develop yourself, being the best that you can be. We want our young men to strive. We know that you're smart, you're intellectual, you want to be somebody, you are going somewhere. Read, keep learning. You know, don't just get that bachelor's degree or master's degree and say, hey, I've arrived. You can learn something new every day, young man. Remember that. Get a book, read, find something new, learn a new method, keep up with technology. Technology is your friend. You know, where would we be if we didn't have this technology in 2020? Many people would be lost. More businesses would have gone under than actually did. So read, read, read. I cannot say that, you know, too much. Don't have time to read. That's why they have audiobooks. Listen while you're driving. Listen while you are washing dishes, washing clothes, whatever you might be doing. But it is essential. There are, you know, there are other ways that you can learn as well, but continue to work on that mindset. Keep positive stuff coming your way. Keep positive energy around you. Hey, I see you doing well, man. I was just talking to one of our friends from high school. They told me that you just started a nonprofit. That is great. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to assist. You know, I'm a grant writer. So if you need any assistance, I know you already got it up off the ground, but anytime I can help, I am happy to assist. But I'm glad you are doing well. You know, remember in the story in the brothers at the beginning when they sat around and they were saying, you know, we're all doing well. I think one was a doctor. I forget what the other ones were. The actual jobs were, but they were all doing well. Nobody had slacked off. But see, and they were still together. The brothers, they're hanging because why? Birds of a feather flock together. Luckily, they were all going up the same way. So that's what you want to do. Remember, you don't have to forget those other people. They're only a telephone call away, a text away. But you want to keep those people that are going in a positive direction. They're speaking positive. They're being positive. They're speaking good of you. They're not trying to talk you out of your destiny. Those are the people that you want to keep in mind. So please, please, please remember this. Please share this with someone. Hopefully this is one of those topics that you know of someone that it would help them. You know, not everyone is up on Saturday morning or they're already out and about. But these type bits of information to me are key in getting to that next step to assisting young men to have better lives. So that means that they may not tune in to a Build Your Best Life video. They may not purchase the book themselves. But if you can get engaged yourselves, share it with other people, you know the information. If you don't, you need to read the book to get that information, because it's not just for our young people. It's for parents, grandparents, coaches, mentors, pastors, anybody that can assist our young people, and especially our young men. These are, you know, our young men. They're not our future. They are our now. They are here now. They're going to have to marry someone's daughter. They're going to have to lead a family. They're going to have to lead companies. Some of them need the assistance to get there. They want to do it. They have the intellect to do it. They just need that shove or that hand up. There's some basic principles, and that's what I teach, basic principles. But there are some basic principles that they have not learned that are so key. Education is not the only thing that helps you to have a better life. You have to know how to love yourself, respect yourself. You have to know that your reputation is important, and you have to have credibility. And once you get that credibility, you want to keep it, because it can be gone just like that. It's in the book, you know, your credibility. Reaching those impossible dreams is in the book. There are activities in the back of the book for you to do. Goal setting. Goal setting is so important. You know, I know goal setting has been taught, but people usually say, oh, you know, I know what I want to do, whatever, and they just overlook it. But it's so important to know where you want to go, how you're going to get there, when do you want to get there. All of that is key. Well, if you don't have those goals written down somewhere, if they're not goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based, they're not really goals, because anybody can say, oh, I'm going to be a scientist. Okay, how are you going to do that? Is that realistic for you to be a scientist? Do you like did you do well in biology? Did you flunk out of biology? Do you just hate the word physics? You just electrons, what? So is it realistic? So you got to make sure that it's something that you're realistic. And what some people overlook is the passion, because if you're passionate about something, hey, that's over half of getting there. Passion is what drives me to assist these young men. Passion gets you up in the morning, gets you going. So that passion. So all that is key. So this book, Build Your Best Life, this was written out of my passion for young men. However, I wanted a way to get it to as many people as possible. So that's why I had to take my research, my experience, and my passion and put it in writing for other people. This book can be obtained on my website, which is www.buildyourbestlife.org. That's www.buildyourbestlife.org. On there, you can read my blog. I drop a new article every Monday. You can find out more about my platform, more about myself, my calendar of events, as well. My web store is out there, which has a list of my services. I do webinars, speaking, consulting, coaching, and of course, you can get the book, an autographed copy of the book. If you say, hey, oh, that sounds interesting, I want to start reading that tomorrow, Amazon.com as well. And they also have a Kindle version. So I thank you again for tuning in. Please tune in today at 6 p.m. Coach Ricardo Miller, Anastasia Smith, and myself will be doing a book review at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. And you can watch via Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope. Again, at 6 p.m. today, Saturday the 16th. So please join us. Please share the word. Please comment, like my page. Any comments for me, any insight that you have not heard me talk about and you think, hey, this is something I think young men need to know. They are suffering in this area. Please drop me a comment. I accept all comments. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And remember, as you go through your journey of trying to be better, there will be obstacles, distractions, rough terrain, and detours. Don't let any of these negative aspects stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be the best you so that you can build your best life. Thank you so much. Have a great Saturday, and I hope to see some of you at 6 p.m. today. Be blessed. Bye-bye.